Hey there, everyone. Ready for another deep dive?
Always.
Awesome. So today we're going shamanic.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we're going to explore how this ancient practice,
Yeah.
views signs, synchronicities,
Right.
and even how we make things happen,
Manifestation.
Manifestation, exactly, yeah.
Cool.
So our guide for this deep dive
Okay.
is a blog post by this shamanic practitioner named John Rasmussen.
Interesting.
And I gotta say, I was super intrigued by this idea that,
Yeah.
maybe we're like way too focused on trying to figure out all the signs. You know what I mean?
I know, right? Like every little thing is a sign.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Rasmussen is like, what if we just focus on our own power to create instead?
I like that.
Right. So we're going to tackle two big questions today.
Okay, shoot.
Okay, so first, how do signs and synchronicities actually work? Like from a shamanic perspective.
I'm curious.
Yeah. And then the second one is, why do some things seem to just manifest like that?
Yeah.
And others feel like you're pushing a boulder uphill, It's so true.
So what do you think? Where do we even begin with this?
Well, I think you hit the nail on the head with that whole, flipping the script on reality thing.
Okay.
Shamanism, it's not about, searching for meaning out there.
Yeah.
It's saying, hey, we're here to create meaning.
Wow.
It's wild, right?
Yeah. It's almost like we're all actors on this massive stage,
Exactly.
writing and performing our own play.
Yes. Love that.
So instead of trying to figure out our predetermined purpose, we get to actually shape our experiences.
Totally. And it kind of challenges that whole, fate thing, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, big time. We're not just puppets,
Right. We're co-creating this whole thing with our thoughts and beliefs and actions.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Right.
And it kind of leads us perfectly to, signs and synchronicities.
For sure.
Oh, my gosh. I've always been, fascinated by those moments.
Me too.
Where it's like, ooh, is the universe sending me a message?
Like a little wink, yeah. Yes. But Rasmussen, he says,
What's he say?
he's like, signs, they're fun, not fate.
Okay.
Not this big, heavy thing.
I like that. Yeah. Yeah, it's easy to get all caught up trying to decode every little thing,
Oh, I know.
as if it's some prophecy.
Right.
But from that shamanic view, signs are more like, I don't know, playful hints from the universe,
Yeah.
little nudges.
Or reflecting our own inner stuff back to us.
Exactly. So it's not about taking every sign as a command.
Right.
It's more about noticing the themes,
the patterns.
the patterns that are emerging,
So it's not that the sign itself has the meaning,
Right.
but the meaning comes from how we interpret it.
And how it connects to what we're going through at that moment.
Oh, like when you think of someone and they call you.
Totally. It's not necessarily mystical. It's just energy,
Focused energy, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it works both ways.
Oh, how so?
Well, we tend to notice the signs that resonate with what we want,
Oh, okay.
but also with our fears.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, Rasmussen even talks about misinterpreting signs.
Oh, I remember that example.
The kiss.
Yes. Mistaking a kiss for a sign that, oh my gosh, this is the one.
We've all been there, or at least, know someone who has so easy to get swept up and project all our hopes and dreams onto one little thing.
For sure. So the big takeaway here.
Yeah.
Enjoy the playfulness of it all. Like the signs, the synchronicity.
Have fun with it.
Yes. But don't let them dictate your every move.
You're still the author. You're still in charge.
Love that.
Mhm.
Okay, but speaking of creating our own stories, Rasmussen also talks about why some things seem to manifest so easily and others take forever.
Right.
What's the shamanic take on that?
Well, he talks about two main factors.
Okay,
Clarity and complexity.
I'm listening.
So clarity is being crystal clear about what you want.
Okay,
No doubts, no conflicting beliefs holding you back.
makes sense.
It's about aligning what you consciously desire with what you subconsciously believe.
So if there's any resistance, any part of us that's nah, I don't deserve this, or this isn't possible,
Yeah.
it's hitting the brakes.
It's like trying to drive with one foot on the gas and one on the brake.
You're not going anywhere fast.
Yeah.
And complexity, that's about,
Well, some things just take more time,
yeah, more moving parts.
Exactly. More steps, more time for everything to line up.
So wanting to bump into a friend, that would probably manifest quicker than, say, landing your dream job.
Right. One's a pretty simple desire.
Yeah.
The other one's a whole web of factors.
Skills, timing, the job market.
And our internal state too, right?
Oh, yeah. Rasmussen had that great example of the aspiring writer.
Yes. Remember.
That
Struggling to reach those goals.
was a good one.
It shows how clarity and complexity can get all tangled up.
Oh, how so?
Well, the writer might have this huge ambitious goal, but they could be holding themselves back with, like, hidden fears.
Like fear of failure or not being good enough.
Exactly. So even if they consciously want to be a successful writer, those hidden blocks are creating all this resistance.
Complexity.
Yeah, making the whole process way slower and harder.
Wow. Okay.
So I guess the question for all of us is,
Yeah.
what are you trying to manifest? And where might you have some hidden resistance or maybe unrealistic expectations about timing?
That's a good one to ponder.
Right. It leads us to the final piece of this whole shamanic puzzle.
Boy, I'm intrigued.
This concept of time working for you.
Interesting.
Rasmussen really emphasizes this idea that,
Tell me.
if you're clear about what you want and you let go of the struggle,
Okay.
things will unfold
Okay.
with surprising ease in their own time.
Wow.
Powerful, right?
Yeah. Like it challenges our human need to control everything, to be impatient.
Totally. Like, universe, where's my stuff already? But maybe, just maybe, that urgency is actually creating more resistance.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, like putting on the brakes when we should be stepping on the gas.
That makes sense.
So what if, instead of trying to force things, we could see delays as opportunities?
I like that.
Right. Like maybe they're lessons we need to learn, experiences to be had.
Or something even better waiting for us.
Exactly. It's like, what if the universe is actually conspiring for us?
I love that.
Even when it feels like the opposite.
Yeah.
I think it all comes down to trust.
Trust.
Trusting in something bigger than ourselves.
Even when we can't see the whole picture.
Exactly. And that trust is what true surrender is all about.
So surrender's not about giving up.
No, not at all. It's about letting go.
Letting go of what?
The need to control every little detail.
Okay.
And allowing the universe to guide us.
In ways we can't even imagine.
Right. Remember how Rasmussen talked about being like children again?
Yeah.
That sense of wonder, embracing the unknown without fear.
Oh, I like that.
That's key to experiencing the magic of surrender.
It's like when you're a kid on an adventure, right?
Yes.
You don't know exactly what's going to happen.
But you're open to the possibilities.
Twists and turns.
And sometimes those detours lead to the most amazing discoveries.
Ooh, I love that. Okay, so surrender can lead to something even better.
Sometimes, yeah.
Than we could have planned for.
It's true.
But it takes trust, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Trust in ourselves, in the universe.
Trust that even when things feel uncertain, we're being guided.
Okay, so how do we actually build that trust?
Well, it's a process. You know, it's about recognizing that we don't have all the answers.
Oh, it's hard sometimes.
It is. But we don't need to have it all figured out.
Okay, so we need to let go of that need for control.
Exactly. And start listening to our intuition.
That inner voice.
Yeah, that inner voice that often knows what's best for us.
Even when our logical mind is saying something totally different.
Happens all the time. It's like we have this internal compass.
Pointing us toward our true north.
Yes. But sometimes we get so caught up in the noise of our thoughts.
And fears.
Yeah, and we lose touch with that guidance.
So how do we get back in touch?
Well, practices like meditation can be helpful.
Okay.
And journaling.
Right, to quiet the mind.
To connect with that deeper wisdom within.
I like that.
And start recognizing those whispers of intuition.
So we can hear them better.
Exactly. Rasmussen also mentions that working with a shaman can help with this.
Oh, yeah, I was curious about that. Can you tell me more about that? Like, what does that even look like?
Well, shamans use a variety of techniques,
Okay.
but one that comes to mind is soul retrieval.
Soul retrieval?
Yeah, it's based on this idea that sometimes through trauma or tough experiences, parts of our soul can become like fragmented or lost.
Okay.
And a shaman can journey into the spirit world to like retrieve those lost parts.
And bring them back.
Yes. Bring them back to wholeness.
Wow, that sounds like really intense.
It can be powerful for healing and reclaiming our personal power.
That makes me think about how much our past experiences, even the ones we've buried deep down, can shape our beliefs.
And our ability to manifest.
Right. So shamanism recognizes that true healing often involves addressing those deeper wounds.
Those core beliefs holding us back.
So it's not just about positive thinking.
Right. It's about acknowledging the shadows.
The fears, the parts of ourselves we try to hide.
Exactly. It's like we can't fully step into our power as creators.
Unless
we've dealt with those old wounds and limiting beliefs.
That's a good point.
And that's where the courage to be vulnerable comes in.
Oh, okay.
The courage to face those shadows.
Yeah.
To embrace our imperfections.
To recognize that even in our brokenness, we're whole.
We're worthy.
We're capable of amazing things.
Love that. You know, it reminds me of something Rasmussen said.
What's that?
He talked about how the purpose of life isn't about the healing journey.
Oh, interesting.
Or personal growth.
Wow.
It's about playing and co-creating in this grand theater of existence.
I love that. Like, we get so caught up in trying to fix ourselves.
Right.
Trying to achieve this, like, perfect state of being.
And we forget to enjoy the experience of just,
being alive.
Exactly.
Like, we're not just here to learn and grow. We're here to create, to play, to experience joy.
To
express ourselves.
And contribute our unique gifts.
Yes. And when we tap into that playfulness.
And allow ourselves to be fully present.
We open up to infinite possibilities.
It's like giving ourselves permission to let go of the pressure.
To be perfect.
Yeah. And just enjoy the ride.
And remember that even when things don't go according to plan, there's always something to learn.
And something to be grateful for.
That's a good reminder.
Gratitude is another key to surrender.
Oh, how so?
Well, when we focus on what we're grateful for, we shift our energy from lack and scarcity to abundance and appreciation.
And that makes us more magnetic to the things we want. Exactly.
It's like when we're grateful, we're not so attached to the outcome.
Right.
We can trust that even if things don't work out exactly as we pictured, something even better might be on its way.
It's that trust that unlocks the power of surrender.
Trusting in the infinite possibilities.
Exactly. It doesn't mean we become passive, though.
Okay, good.
We can still set goals, take action, pursue our dreams, but we do it from a place of alignment with the universe.
Knowing that we're supported and guided.
Always moving towards our highest good.
I love that image of just like relaxing into the flow.
It feels good, doesn't it?
So much better than constantly fighting upstream.
And it doesn't mean we become complacent.
Right.
Surrender isn't about giving up on our dreams.
It's about recognizing that we're co-creating.
With the universe.
And sometimes the most powerful action we can take
is to let go.
And allow things to unfold.
In their own time.
This has been such an insightful conversation about surrender.
It really has. But I'm curious, what does Rasmussen say about how this relates to manifestation?
That's a great question. And it leads us to the final piece of this shamanic puzzle.
Okay, lay it on me.
Rasmussen suggests that when we truly surrender, we actually become more magnetic to our desires.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's like we release the energetic blocks that have been holding us back.
And we align with the frequency of what we want.
Precisely.
So it's not about giving up on our goals. It's about releasing the need to control how and when they manifest.
And trusting that the universe will deliver.
In the perfect way and time.
Exactly.
And that's when the magic happens.
When we let go of this struggle.
When we surrender to the flow.
Trust in the timing of the universe.
We open ourselves up to abundance and synchronicity that we could never orchestrate on our own.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
This has been amazing.
It has.
I think this is the perfect place to pause and reflect.
Take it all in.
Before we dive into the final part of our shamanic exploration, that idea that, like, surrender is the key.
To manifestation.
Yeah. It's kind of blowing my mind a little.
It's a big one.
It is. Like, we're always told to hustle, right?
Take massive action. Make it happen.
But then shamanism's like, nah, just chill.
Let go of the struggle. Let the universe handle it.
Makes me think of that let go and let God thing.
It's definitely in the same ballpark, right?
Yeah, like recognizing there's something bigger than us.
Some higher intelligence, a universal flow.
That we can tap into if we stop trying to control everything.
If we surrender that need.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's funny.
Yeah.
When I think about the times things have just like magically manifested in my life, it's often been when I've been in that flow state.
You know what I mean?
Not overthinking, not forcing.
Just letting things happen.
Exactly. Like we're aligned with the natural rhythm of the universe.
Not resisting, just flowing.
And things just click into place.
Okay, so it's not about being lazy.
No, not at all.
Or giving up on our dreams.
It's about shifting our energy.
From force and control.
to trust and allowance.
I like that, yeah.
Like we're co-creating, not commanding.
And when we surrender to that partnership, the possibilities are, like, endless.
Infinite. So how do we actually do that?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, how do you practice surrender?
Right. It's kind of an abstract idea.
Totally.
Well, I think it starts with awareness.
Okay. Awareness of what?
Noticing when we're gripping too tightly.
Oh.
Trying to force things, resisting the flow.
Yeah, I feel that.
And then in those moments, we can practice letting go.
Like consciously letting go?
Yeah. Take a deep breath, release the tension.
And just trust.
Trust the process, even if we don't get it.
Yeah, it's hard.
It is. But what else can we do?
Yeah, to cultivate that surrender vibe.
Well, meditation helps.
Okay.
Spending time in nature.
Connecting with something bigger.
Yeah, tapping into that peace and flow of the present moment.
And what about that playfulness that Rasmussen was talking about?
Oh, that's huge. Approaching life with curiosity.
Like a child exploring a new world.
Exactly. Letting go of that need to control everything.
Just enjoying the ride.
It's like giving ourselves permission to lighten up.
Not take things so seriously.
And remembering that even when things go wrong,
there's always a lesson.
And something to be grateful for.
Gratitude. That's another big one.
Well, absolutely. Gratitude is a key to surrender.
Explain that one to me.
Well, when we're focused on what we're thankful for, our energy shifts from lack, from scarcity, to abundance, to appreciation.
And that makes us more magnetic.
To the things we want. Yeah.
Because when we're grateful, we're not so attached to the outcome.
We're more open.
We can trust that something even better might be coming.
It's that trust that unlocks the power
of surrender. Yeah, I'm getting that.
It's not about giving up. It's about opening up.
To infinite possibilities.
It's not about becoming passive.
Right.
We can still set goals, take action, but we do it from a place of alignment, of flow.
Knowing we're supported, guided, moving towards our highest good.
Exactly. I love that image of relaxing into the flow.
Me too.
It feels so much better than fighting, doesn't it?
Way better. And it doesn't mean we become complacent.
No, not at all.
Surrender's not about that.
It's about recognizing that we're co-creating.
With the universe.
And that sometimes the most powerful thing we can do
is let go.
And let things unfold.
On their own time. This has been so insightful.
It really has.
What does Rasmussen say about how surrender affects manifestation, though?
That's the final piece of our shamanic puzzle.
Okay, I'm all ears.
He suggests that when we truly surrender, we actually become more magnetic to our desires.
Whoa.
It's like we're clearing the energetic blocks.
Yeah, that have been holding us back.
And we align with what we want.
So, not giving up on our goals.
No.
But releasing the need to control them.
Trusting the universe.
To deliver in the perfect way and time.
Precisely.
And that's when the magic happens.
When we let go of the struggle, when we surrender to the flow, when we trust.
We open ourselves up to a level of abundance and synchronicity that we could never have created on our own.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Wow, that's powerful.
It is, isn't it?
Okay, so we've explored shamanism.
Signs, manifestations, surrender.
We've talked about co-creating with the universe.
Letting go of control.
Trusting the process.
And embracing the magic of it all.
Where do we go from here?
Well, that's for our listeners to decide.
Oh, I like that. A little cliffhanger.
Exactly. We've given them the tools, the insights.
Now it's up to them to put it all into practice.
And see what magic they can create.
I love it. We'll be back soon for the final part of our shamanic exploration.
Can't wait to see you then.
Okay, so we've talked about this whole surrender thing.
Yeah, letting go of control.
Trusting the process.
Embracing the flow.
But how does it actually work with manifestation?
That's the question, isn't it?
It is. Like, how does surrendering actually help us create the things we want?
Well, Rasmussen suggests that when we truly surrender...
Yeah.
We become more magnetic.
Magnetic.
Yeah, like we're attracting what we desire.
Oh, interesting.
It's like we're clearing out all those energetic blocks.
The ones that have been holding us back.
Exactly. And then we're in alignment with, like, the frequency of what we want.
So we're not giving up on our goals.
No, not at all.
We're just letting go of the need to, like, micromanage everything.
Trusting that the universe has got this.
And that it will deliver in the perfect way and at the perfect time.
Exactly.
And that's when the magic happens.
When we let go of the struggle, surrender to the flow, trust in the timing.
We open ourselves up to a level of abundance and synchronicity that we could never have imagined.
It's like we're tapping into a power source that's way bigger than ourselves.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
It is, isn't it? It's like we're not just creating, we're co-creating.
With the universe.
Exactly. And that's where the true magic lies.
I love that.
We do. It's like we're not just here to learn and grow, but to play and create in this amazing theater of life.
And to experience the joy of it all.
Exactly. So let go of the struggle, embrace the unknown, and trust in the magic of the universe.
That's beautiful.
It is, isn't it? And it's something we can all tap into if we're willing to surrender.
Well, I think that's a perfect note to end on.
I agree.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into shamanism.
It's been a pleasure.
Remember, you are a powerful creator,
capable of shaping your reality.
Embrace the journey, trust the timing of the universe, and above all, surrender to the flow of life.
And let the magic unfold.
We'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.
Bye, everyone.